looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of God. For consider him that endured such contradiction of sinners against himself, lest ye be wearied and faint in your minds. Ye have not yet resisted unto blood, striving against sin. You know, I was thinking about none of us likes to go through hardships and to feel the pain. But the reason why God allows it or has us go through these hardships is that we draw close to him. Think of a traveler in a far country, you know, far away from his family, far away from his father. And he remembered his father, you know. And that memory just made him feel so much closer to his father. And he couldn't wait to get back home so that he could tell his father how thankful he is and how much he loves him. In verse 6 of Hebrews 12 it says, For whom the Lord loveth he chasteneth, and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. If ye endure chastening, God dealeth with you as with sons. See, it means he loves you. Jesus says, all that I love, I rebuke and chasten. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then ye are bastards, and not sons. Furthermore, we had fathers of our flesh which corrected us. We gave them reverence. Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live? For they verily for a few days chastened us after their own pleasure, but he for our profit, that we might partake of his holiness. Now no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. And it certainly does. We grieve inside us. When Jesus was about to be killed, he grieved at the thought, and he went out and fell on his knees and prayed to the Father. The grief was so strong, but he was grieved often throughout his ministry. He says, I have a baptism to be baptized by, and how I am grieved till it be accomplished. That's the laying down of his life. Wherefore lift up the hands which hang down, and the feeble knees, and make straight path for your feet, lest that which is lame be turned out of the way, but rather let it be healed. So yeah, I was thinking about this thing. You know, we could have an idyllic life, and we will one day. But when you're away from your Father in a far country, and you cry unto him, there's something special about that, you know. It cements a relationship. It forms a relationship. It's our closest relationship. I mean, it is with me, you know. I don't have any family. But my father is my closest, the one I call upon every time I need his help. And so far, he has given me the strength to continue. And for that, I'm thankful. But I remember a time that was like the direst of moments for me. It seemed like the direst moment, at least leading to that. But what I found there was like the greatest treasure, the greatest closeness I've ever felt with God. That he was with me in the very worst circumstance. And it's amazing, you know, because it's like we don't want to be in those circumstances, but yet there's something gained by that. You can't gain it any other way. And when I was homeless and just had nothing, just emptiness and feeling of dread constantly, and just aloneness and such coldness and nakedness and possessing nothing. And there was just something with God that it was just so pure. And it was just so close to God that, I mean, felt like I had everything in the world. And I just thank him for that love, and closeness. So what I'm saying really is I felt the love of God from the very beginning when he first revealed himself to me. I felt his great love. But maybe it was like trust, things like that has to be deepened, tested, In fact, I think that's what it is. That's why they call it trial of your faith. God wants to strengthen the faith so you know that no matter what happens, he's with you. He'll take care of you, even unto the blood or unto death, And we all die anyway, so we want God to be with us, And it's like if you have a son that's out in the water and drowning, and he calls you for help and you're on the shore, but when you're there for him, you get in the water, you swim or whatever to him, and you save him from drowning, and he comforts you. That's strengthens the bond, and then you know how your Father loves you, and you trust him, and then he trusts you too, that you won't leave him. It's a two-way street. He's faithful, but we have to be faithful back to him, and that's how it works.